Gem Hadar Attack Ship. This is BlueBrixx Star Trek set 105686. It was released in December 2023 for about €30. This construction block set consists of 511 pieces, which are compatible to bricks by other construction blocks companies like Lego, Kobe, Fantasy, Mega, and so on. This ship here first appeared in the Star Trek Deep Space Nine TV series. The model of this ship we get to see here is in mid-size scale. Previously, BlueBrixx already published the ship in mini scale, but now we get a set with double the amount of pieces. Normally I prefer the huge display sets, but sadly, so far we only get this ship in mini and mid-size. This here is a BlueBrixx Pro set. You can see it because the box is so colorful. The special sets only come in boring boxes without any color. So here we really get to see a photo. Oh no, I think it's a computer rendered image of the completed build, at least of the ship. On the back side of the box, we get to see an image of the completed build, the ship and the stand. And we also get to know the dimensions of the ship. It's 18.6 centimeters by 20.5 centimeters by 11.6 centimeters. Well, I think it's time to have a look inside this box. BlueBrixx Pro sets come with building sections. This means the bricks come in numbered bags. Each number is assigned to one of the building sections. So it seems that in this case we got two building sections. Yep, two building sections. And here we got a printed tile which didn't come in any numbered bag, but I'm quite sure that we will use this tile in one of the first or one of the final steps. It's the little plaque which is part of the stand. And then we got printed building instructions. Sadly, there are no digital building instructions for BlueBrixx Pro sets, so we can only build a set with these printed instructions here. So, here in the instructions we can see that the set consists of two building sections, and we start with building section 1. There we build the stand, and yeah, here we can see that the plaque is part of the first building section. Alright, then I'm going to open now all the numbers, all the bags with the number 1 on them, and then I'm starting with the building process. I will come back to you as soon as I see something interesting or something doesn't work as intended. Step 1-8. In this step we have to use 4 of these shields here. But the pieces don't look so nice. They come with leftover material from the molding process. One of the shields is fine, this one here, but all the other shields have additional material which we have to scratch off before we can use them. This one here you can see it the best. Here's a huge piece of leftover material, but also here at the tip it's supposed to look like this. but it looks like this. Same with this one. And this one is better, but there's also a bit of leftover material. Well, I'm going to scratch it off. If this doesn't work, I guess I can remove it with a sharp knife. Step 1-14. We just have completed the stand. Now it's time to begin with the ship. Step 1-18. In this step we are going to use a piece which you can find from time to time in BlueBrixx sets, but Lego, for example, doesn't use this piece at all. It's a 1x1 plate with studs on both sides, so you can build in both directions. Step 1-23. In this step we are using 4 pieces of a type of bricks which is still protected by Lego. It's always strange how the guys at BlueBrixx manage to use these pieces without getting into trouble. I can only guess that BlueBrixx has some kind of deal with Lego or something like that. Step 1-39. These 1x2 plates with clip are still protected too. Step 1-46. These curved slopes here are also still protected by Lego. Step 1-50. In this step we have completed the first building section. In this section we have built the stand and the underside of the ship. Now we are going to continue with the second building section, where we are going to build the second part of the ship. Step 2-3. In this step we have to use 2 of these 1x1 round plates with open stud. And it may sound stupid, but these pieces are still protected. The same pieces with closed stud are without any protection. Another thing I noticed about the step is how these round plates are shown here in this little inventory box which shows which pieces we need in each step. And as you can see, the round plates are shown upside down. I have never seen this before. That's funny. I guess they have done this because we are going to use them upside down in our build. Step 2-19. I don't know why, but it's always very satisfying when you can place wedges like this. I really like the technique. Step 2-62. The build is complete. And I think we get here a model which really comes close to the ships how we see them in the TV series. We don't get to see too many details in the small scale. We can recognize the warp nacelles and the command center, maybe here the weapons turret. But I think the bug-like shape which these ships have is quite easily recognizable. We can instantly recognize this ship as a Hadar attack ship. The color combination of the ship is quite harsh, but it's just like the ships in the TV series are. This translucent pink, purple, in combination with the gray hull, maybe is a bit hard to look at, but yeah. The Dominion uses these ships in this color combination. Let's have a look at the underside of the ship. To do this, we have to remove it from the stand But the combination between ship and stand is quite sturdy, so I'm going to place the camera for a second because I need to detach the ship from the stand with 2 hands. Come on. All right. So you can see here that the top of the stand shows this little axle part here. Actually, there's quite a lot of axle left over, which we stick in this axle hole to combine the stand with the ship. And because of the axle being so long here, it results in a very sturdy connection. You can see that the underside of the ship shows more of these translucent pink bricks. I guess it's not everybody's taste, but I think these colors are quite interesting, so it's a fun little build.
I don't know if the colors just would be too much if we had a display scaled model, but
maybe it would look quite interesting. Now let's have a look at the stand. I think it's better than the other mid-scale stands. So you can see here that we got the Dominion's emblem here, and I think it's quite eye-pleasing because when we have a look, for example, at the Stargazer, you can see that there's a huge stand below the ship, and when you have a look at the model, you immediately see the stand, but I don't think that this is so cool because the ship should be the center of a model and the stand should be more or less invisible. But the stand here, which I think it's supposed to be a Starfleet communicator, is so visible, it's just distracting. And yeah, this Dominion stand here, which is way smaller, or at least thinner, is way less visible. I guess it has much to do with the plaque tiles here, which simply is less visible than this gray-gold combination. There's also this plaque here on the stand, and yeah, we get to know the ship's name, and of course from which TV series the ship is from, and then the ship's length with 68.32 meters. I'm always a bit sad that we don't get to see more information on these plaques. For example, how many people are on these kind of ships and stuff like that. Well, let me reattach the ship now. I think it's easier to do it like this. Yep. Assembling the set was quite easy. There are no complex building techniques and it's a small set. You can assemble it quite fast. You can see here that we worked with some hinges, so we can position the stuff here in the back in an angle, and also here the front is connected with hinges. But yeah, that's the most complex part about the whole build. It was really easy to assemble. The bricks were absolutely alright. Those are not the best bricks on the market, but there's no problem with the clutch power. What I don't like about the bricks is that they got quite huge injection holes. You can see them there. There are these little craters here. And yeah, there are quite a few of the studs with these injection holes visible on the completed build. Most studs are covered by tiles, but there where the studs are not covered, we can see the ugly injection holes. But that's simply always the case with Xingbao bricks, because BlueBrixx always uses Xingbao bricks for their pro sets, or at least in most cases. And as far as I know, all the Star Trek sets are manufactured by Xingbao. Yeah, here it says manufactured by Xingbao. But the colors of those bricks are absolutely alright. These are standard colors, I think. We can find them in Lego sets too. So you can combine these pieces with Lego pieces if you want to disassemble the set. The black is alright. I don't think that we can see too many color problems. Maybe the plate here
is in a slightly less intense black than the other tiles, but
I think that's the only problem. And I also like here these metallic colored pieces. Yeah, it's a cute little set. Maybe we get to see a display set someday, I don't know. Then, of course, I will build that too, but so long, I will stick with this ship here.